everybody, welcome to the live. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. I am going to be packing up my apartment. So I just wanted to go live, chit chat, catch up with folks while I'm doing that. Let me see. I got me some decent packing supplies. Show y'all what I got. Some tape. I'm gonna try to mod it on my laptop too. I got some tape, some plastic wrap. I'll show y'all what I'm working with. Hey Candle, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a blessed day. Packing up my apartment. It's the starting of it. My lease ends on Christmas Day, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and get started with some of the simple stuff in the kitchen. Everything else I'm trying to sell and get rid of, but the kitchen stuff I definitely want to keep. So I got me some plastic wrap. Got this from the Dollar Tree. Some Scotch tape to wrap up the boxes. And I got some boxes and some wrapping paper I got from Amazon. I went to Home Depot, but their wrapping paper was like really expensive. So I ordered it from Amazon. Amazon's always cheaper. At least in my opinion, I feel like Amazon's always cheaper. But yeah, if you're stopping by, hit the like button. Let me show you guys what I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna pack up most of my plates in here. I sold a couple of plates, but the rest I want to keep. They're like sentimental to me somewhat. So let me show y'all. Like, this plate set is sentimental to me. These came from, I don't know where they came from, but they are my parents' plates from when they had their first place together back in the 90s. So it's sentimental to me. These mini plates go with the bigger plates, I think. So I guess they came from Pier 1 because they say Pier 1 on the back. Pier 1's not even in business anymore. So I'm like, okay, let me keep these. What else am I gonna keep? I'm gonna keep this mixing bowl. It's good for the holidays. Let's mix stuff in. These are missing this plate set because I sold a plate set. I had like a Tiffany blue colored, it was a whole kitchen set. It's the plates, the bowls, and mugs. I sold it to someone on Facebook Marketplace, so that's why this is empty. I've had these porcelain plates listed on Facebook, but people have been like being disrespectful about the prices. I listed it for like $25 and people are like, oh, I'll do it for 10. So no, I'll just pack it up and go to my next place. What else am I keeping? This vintage Pyrex. Love vintage Pyrex. This was my grandmother's in the 80s, maybe the 70s. They don't even make it like this anymore. If you know anything about Pyrex, you know that the Pyrex in all capital is the vintage Pyrex, and then the new Pyrex from like now, because this is made in US from the 80s. The lowercase all Pyrex is made in China nowadays. That's the one where you see people making casseroles and it explodes on the kitchen counter and stuff. That's that new funny Pyrex. The vintage Pyrex, this is some good Pyrex. Hi Stardust, welcome to the live, welcome to the live. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Let's see what other Pyrex I have. This was my grandmother's Pyrex as well. This one is actually lowercase. I know y'all can't see it, but maybe a little bit. That's lowercase. So this was, I guess, newer Pyrex, but this does well. I normally marinate meats in it and stuff like that. And what else am I keeping? These, my mom got me these little Martha Stewart little, I've made like individual macaronis in there, individuals. I have 2 of these. So I'm gonna keep this. So most of the stuff that I'm keeping is sentimental to me. Other stuff I sold. Way up at the top, I haven't gotten up there yet, but these are the Depression era glass plates. Those were my grandmother's as well during the Depression era. they used to just melt a whole bunch of glasses together. That's why some people have the pink Depression era glasses, the green. And then up there is my grandmother's like bundt style pancake. I grew up making a lot of cakes with her with that, so that's sentimental. And that was my grandmother's up there, like little cake stand. So most of the stuff I'm keeping. And if you look, if you're being nosy, that wrapped in plastic, I never even unwrapped it from when I moved into this apartment. It was like a butter dish. Like back in the day, people would put butter out for guests and everything. Thanks, Candle. I know, like, I love Pyrex. It's like super great. So yeah, I'm gonna start packing. Packing for me is just like so overwhelming. Like, I've moved a lot during the pandemic by choice, not like for any crazy reasons, but by choice. I owned my home in Georgia and I sold it in 2022, and moved to Dallas, Texas. I had got a job in Dallas and I moved to Dallas, and I was living in downtown Dallas. So I sold my home, packed up everything, moved to downtown Dallas, unpacked. I was there for like a year and some change, and then when my lease was up in Dallas, I was like, this is not the state for me. Packed everything up. My mom helped me come and pack, and we put my stuff in storage. Then I moved back to Georgia, moved back with my folks, and moved to New York, unpacked again. So like, since the pandemic has started, I've moved a lot. I love moving. It's fun. But this is the packing paper I got from Amazon. It was 100 sheets for $6.99. I went to Home Depot the other day, and their packing sheets were like double the price. So let me go ahead and check out Amazon, see what they are talking about. Someone said, take a fat bong rip for me. I don't have a bong. I haven't had a bong since like college, in all honesty. So yeah, these were my mother and my father's first set of plates when they got together in the 90s. Remember Pier 1? Remember the good old days, Pier 1? These are their plates. Love them, love them. And my mom thinks it's so funny that I like hold on to these plates, because I told her, I was like, these remind me of like vintage Red Lobster. Like, I feel like Red Lobster has like these type of plates, and they have those margarita glasses that are like this. I don't know, they just have a vintage look to me. So let me see, how am I gonna wrap these? I do have a medium box from Home Depot. I got about 3 of these boxes. They were like $2 and change for the medium size, and then the extra large were like $4 and change. So I didn't want to overconsume. I just got like 3 medium for now, and I'll go back. And then I got these newspapers from the meat market down the block the other day. So I'm gonna use these as well. So I'm gonna wrap my first plate. Last time when I moved out of my apartment in Dallas, my mom had just came in. She knew I was all alone, and she came and she just like packed up everything. I came home from work one day. I was like, wait, what? Everything was gone. Candle, thank you for stopping by. Stardust, I am going to play your playlist in the background. Let's see. I want to play your Homemaking Diaries playlist in the background. You got some nice ads going on, if you can see. But this is video 1 of 18. So I got you going in the background. Hey Music Vlog. Hi Liza. I got you guys going as well. I think, let me see. Let me just start playing you guys. I did not know that time went back. I was watching the news last night, and they were like, "Oh, set your clocks back at 2 a.m." I was like, "What?" I don't know. I just thought like that should have been a notification on the phone or something, but it wasn't. But I felt a little refreshed when I woke up. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Let me get back to wrapping these. This is the first plate. I'm gonna wrap it one more time. I need to go to this meat market and get some more newspapers. These are some good newspapers. Got that wrap. And I'm gonna put a little bit of tape to like close it. I don't want to do too much. This weekend like flew by. Like Friday was Halloween, and what did I do for Halloween? I went to Harlem with my homegirl and her daughter. I didn't have any plans on going out in the city on Halloween all days. I had no plans on doing so whatsoever. But I was working, and my homegirl called me, and she was like, "Let's go to a block party." Her neighbor is a Sigma. I guess he's part of like the grad chapter in Harlem, and they did a block party for the children, and it was a really structured event, and it was nice. So they had the whole block. What was this, 120th Street? They had the whole block. They did like live music, games. They had backdrops. It was a nice structured event, and it ended at a decent time. It ended at like 8 p.m., which is decent. So it's like that's good. So we hung out in Harlem Friday night, and then we went to this fish place that I've been seeing online called Sea to Soul. I think I'm gonna wrap this. Put a plastic bag. You know, getting a plastic bag in New York is a rare commodity. They don't give out plastic. I think like how California doesn't do plastic, New York doesn't do plastic either. So getting this is like rare. And yeah, so we went to a fish place Friday night. It was decent. It's called Sea to Soul. And took the train back. Taking the train in New York on Halloween night was scary. It's already a lot of sickos out at night, but now you got sickos with masks on. It was a little, my anxiety was like, wait a minute. but the Ubers back to Queens was gonna be like $100. So I had to just bite the bullet, had my mace in my pocket, and you know, just had to keep it pushing. What's the weather like here today? It's probably 61. I'm not sure. I'm watching New York One News right now. They're on commercial, but when it comes back, I'll tell you. But it's decent. Like I went out to Manhattan yesterday. I went to a sample sale, and it was like mid 60s, but in the shade, it felt like mid 50s. In the shade, oof. I went to a sample sale. Yeah, it's 60. It's 60. So yeah. And it feels like, I got my window open, nice little breeze, and it feels pretty decent. But yeah, I went to Manhattan yesterday for a sample sale. I gotta upload content on that. Marc Jacobs had a sample sale, and sample sales are basically like exclusive events. for designers. And if you ever watch Sex in the City or whatever, you know, Carrie Bradshaw used to buy all her Manolo boots and all of that at sample sales. It's like designers, you know, have sales sometimes at warehouse locations. So I went to the Marc Jacobs sample sale on Fifth Avenue yesterday. It was so dope. All of their purses were 50% off. And the shoes were like 80% off. Accessories were cheap. I got so much stuff. That was my second sample sale I've been to. I went to one in the last winter of a coat sale, but this was my second one I went to. Hi Ernesto, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Ernesto. Let me start running your playlist in the back. Yeah, so that was my, what did I do? So yeah, I went to the sample sale yesterday. That was in Manhattan. And then I went to the Bronx immediately after. I have been seeing this, like, you know, New York has a lot of junk stores, you know. But this, I call them junk stores. They call them corner stores. Odd stores, you know, you buy odd stuff. But this one in particular in the Bronx was selling cheap linen. All of their linen was like really cheap. So I just went and got a new set of sheets for me. I got a set of sheets for my brother. I got a new for back home. I'm gonna move back home with my folks for a bit. Yeah, like my lease renewal came up, and like, not to put y'all in my business too much, but like my rent right now is $33.50, and my lease renewal went up to $36.50, and I had to have a conversation with myself, and I was like, these are mortgage prices first and foremost. Like, these are mortgage prices. And like I said, I've lived in Dallas. I was living in downtown Dallas. I was paying, like, you could see the whole Dallas. It was across the street from where the Dallas Mavericks plays. It was NBA players that lived in my building. My rent there was like $3,000. I did that for a year and some change. Over $40,000 in rent. Did this in New York, over $40,000 in rent. Rough estimate. Like, those are, you know, mortgage prices. And I had to realize, like, I need to save. So I think I'm gonna go back home with my folks for a bit and save and just put all this in storage. Thank you, Kendall, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Have a blessed week. Are you making content when you go to the store? On your homemaking chronicles? If so, I can't wait to see it. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm just wrapping these plates twice. Which I feel like is decent. Probably gonna put like some stuffing in the box as well. So they'll be secure. They'll be pretty secure. My computer, I cracked my screen, so that's why I'm using an additional screen. It's a whole system I got going on. But okay. Okay, so this is what I have so far. These are the plates. I got a little system going on with the plates. That's what I packed, and I'm gonna put them in the Home Depot box that I got and label it, you know, kitchen stuff, things of that nature. Have you guys ever moved before? If so, was it overwhelming? You know, did you get professional movers? Are professional movers worth the cost? I've had professional movers twice when I moved. Professional movers are cool. Like one company I had, I can't remember because my job paid for it, but they were really efficient. That was the last newspaper I had. That was a really good, I love that newspaper. Hi Ace, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on these plates, these small ones. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this wrapping paper. It's really small. Like, yeah, I don't like it. However, I did get creative. When I saved some of my Amazon bags, I order Amazon groceries like every week. Let me blur out my address, but the Amazon groceries come in these little old school brown paper bags. So I think I'm gonna use these to wrap as well. So yeah, this works. Yep, I like this. Okay, and now I just got one more plate to wrap, this small one. Oh, this one's from Dollar Tree. I don't even remember going there. well, just trying to enjoy this Sunday. I'm packing up my apartment. My lease ends in another, like, my lease ends Christmas Day. So what is that, a month and a half? So I'm like, let me get jump started on packing. I've never seen you on the channel, but I appreciate you for stopping by. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button. Okay, there we are. These are the plates. So these are the small plates I had, and those were the big plates. So that's the first of the first set of plates all wrapped up. Hi, Grandma Moore. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a blessed day. Ooh. I am packing up my apartment. So this is the first of many days I will spend packing. So yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Grandma Moore. Oh, Ace, you said you're looking for a new washer machine. If you could hold out like a month, because they will have the Black Friday deals right after Thanksgiving. Try to hold out a month if you can, Ace, because that's when all the good deals come in. That's what I would do if I could. Grandma Moore, thanks for stopping by. I owe you a few visits to your channel. I'm gonna play your playlist in the background. I'm gonna do the DoorDash ride along. This is video 1 of 121. You know, Grandma Moore, my mom, you know, my mom is living and she loves your content. She always listens to your, I think you do the morning devotions. She's always talking about that. I'm like, yeah, I gotta tune in. But she really loves those devotions. It helps her get her day started. So yeah, got you playing in the background. Oh, you said labeling? Yes, I got these boxes from Home Depot. Let me show you these boxes. The medium ones, those were $2. And then the extra large ones was like $3 and change. So I'm gonna label it. I might, my adult ADHD might have me over label it. So yes, but thank you. So let's see what else I want to pack next in my cabinet. Probably some more of the small plates. Yeah, probably some more of these small plates. If you're just joining, I was given a little history lesson on these plates. These are, well, these were my parents' plates, like back in the 90s, early 2000s. So I grew up eating off of these plates. You know, as the years rolled by, my mom got new dinnerware and everything, and she had these tucked away in her china cabinet. So when I moved out, I was like, I'm taking these, and I've had them ever since. So they're like sentimental to me. Everything that I have left in here is sentimental. The other stuff that I acquired, like more recently, I sold. But except for these, I had these listed on Facebook Marketplace for $25. These are porcelain plates. I paid like $50 for them on Amazon, and somebody was like, oh, I want to get them for like $10, and I was like, no. So I'll just be packing them up. And then I love this like stoneware type of bowl. It's ceramic, but I love this type of stoneware, so I'm gonna keep that. And then let's see. Everything up here is like vintage. Like those are the vintage Depression era plates. You can't eat off of them, but they're, some people claim that Depression era glass has radiation. I don't know what doesn't have cancerous materials in them these days, but it's sentimental to me. It was my grandmother's. That bundt cake pan and the cake platter up there was my grandmother's as well. I've got some vintage Pyrex up here, the lowercase Pyrex, and I got some more Pyrex too. This vintage Pyrex. I know some people like search high and low different Goodwills for different type of vintage Pyrex bowls. Maybe one day I'll find the other bowl to this, because I believe it's a 3-part set. Like most Pyrex come with like the big one, the medium one, and then the really small one. Sorry y'all, my washer machine loves to make a lot of sounds. So maybe one day I'll find the other sets. So I'm gonna wrap the rest of these little plates and get those ready to put in the box. Grandma Moore, are you taking it easy today? What's on your agenda? How did you spend your weekend? Ace, what are you up to on this lovely Sunday? It's 61 degrees here. I'm in Queens, New York, and it's 61 degrees. I've got my window open, and this breeze feels like a nice autumn fall breeze. It feels amazing. So blessed for some wonderful weather. Let me go ahead and get started on the rest of these plates. I'm not a fan of this wrapping paper, but I'll have to make do because they're short. I like bigger ones. Like, they feel like, I don't know, I don't like it. Whatever. The channel is about traveling videos. Let me go check you out, Ace. Where did you travel to recently? Let's see, be a nosy. Shocktober. Henderson, North Carolina. Hendersonville. I feel like I've driven through that city off of 95. I used to live in Virginia and used to drive from Virginia to Georgia a lot. Henderson sounds really familiar. Okay, let me run your playlist in the back, Ace. I've got your Andy's Top 35 playlist going on. Ace, what city do you live in? Do you live in Hendersonville, North Carolina? Whew, this is tiring. This is like a day's work. Like, I'm exhausted. And I've only done like 10 plates. It's crazy. He said you always need something that you packed. I feel like that, but I'm just gonna have to make do. I'll have to order takeout, eat off a paper plate. Like even the rest of my pots and pans, I think I want to sell those. Like I don't even want them anymore. And I had just brought those pots and pans when I moved into this apartment because I have the electric stove top, so you have to have the certain kind of like these pans that have a magnet under them or whatever, and I just had bought those, but they started shipping already. And you know, they say when your pots and pans start shipping, they're no good. So next place, I think I want all like the stainless steel type of pots and pans. So I think I'm gonna sell those. I'll leave my pots and pans out, and I'm gonna just sell them or give them away on Facebook. I don't want them for my next place. I got my paper cups. I got the big thing of paper cups, big thing of paper plates, and I'm not doing no dishes or nothing. like no, like for real, like once it's packed, it's packed. I've been selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace all week. Like, I don't know. I like things, but then like after I've had it for a while, I'm like, let me sell it. You get a few dollars. So. Ace, I'm gonna make you a mod. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. Cause I had a lot of takeout food this weekend. I had takeout food Friday night. I went to a fish place. Last night I went to this place in the Bronx called Dallas BBQs. It's a chain. They're known for like having these oversized Texan size margaritas, and they're known for having like oversized buffalo wings. Like they do Hennessy wings. I don't eat chicken anymore, but when I did, those wings are so big and battered really good. They remind me of like old school Hooters. I feel like Hooters has changed over the years, but you can order a 5-piece from them and like you won't be able to finish it. But I went there last night and I got don't judge, I got a 10-ounce steak and I ate it all to myself. And it was so good. I got a 10-ounce steak and I got a side salad. That was it. That, and I got a strawberry Long Island, like a frozen one. It was like $30. But I was out and about in the city, didn't feel like cooking, so that's what I got. Yeah, the Teflon pans are dangerous. Like, I don't know why they still sell them. You know, everything is a gimmick these days. So. And it's like, I don't even know how they got scratched because I don't cut in the pan. All of my like cookware is like, I went to IKEA and got the like, wooden ladles, and you know, I threw away all the plastic utensils, you know, like the cooking utensils. They said that all that black plastic, you know, like the spatulas and the like all of these items, I went and switched them out, and I got either metal or wood, because they said that the black plastic ones are made from, check this out, recycled electronics. Could you imagine? Who would have thought? So when I saw that, I went and bought all wooden stuff. But now the wooden stuff I've been reading about is not real wood, and it's made in China, and it's like you can't win with this stuff. So I don't even know how those pans got shipped for real, but I'm gonna sell them for like pennies and get some new stuff. Yeah, no problem for the mod, Ace. I got you and Grandma Moore running in the back. I got some other folks running in the background too. You guys' playlist. I should have hired like a moving company for this. Okay, that's the last of those small plates. Yes, Grandma Moore, yes. All that black plastic stuff they say comes from recycled electronics and freaking TV remotes. And doesn't it make sense? I got my TV remote right here. Look at how shiny it is. That's exactly how those new spatulas and all that stuff come. It's like, you know, everything is a scam these days. Okay, what else am I packing up next? But yeah, like it took me a while to get rid of the black plastics. Like, you know, I didn't toss them until I had a few dollars to replace. And I mean, I still have some plastic. I have white plastic. How did this get in here? Oh, this came with my rice cooker. I don't even have the rice cooker anymore, so I can toss this. And this, I got a white ladle. That's the only plastic one. That and this meat thing, this meat tenderizer, but this has chips on it. So basically, if I'm tenderizing my meat and a piece of this chip gets in it, it's like I'm eating electronics. I don't know, like I get really worked up on these things. Let's see. Let me go ahead and start working on these plates right here. Ooh. I like these porcelain plates. This is by a brand called Swiss. Microwave and dishwasher safe, lead free. So this is like in the blue family. I saw that they have like a nude color one as well. They're like all shades of brown. They have one that's like all shades of gray. I think I want that next time around. But for now, since they haven't sold on Facebook, I am going to wrap them up and put them away. And I guess I need to take it off my Facebook as well. Yeah, no problem for the Blue Ridge. No problem. So I've had this plastic wrap in the corner, and instead of using the tape, I think I'm gonna use the plastic wrap once I wrap these up. That helps keep it secure. And my mom helped me with this last time. This is like what movers use when they're bubble wrapping stuff, but they might have a different grade of it, but it's all plastic. So I'm gonna use this as well to speed up the process. And I think I'm gonna pace myself, like after I clear out that cabinet, I'll be done for the day. And another day I'll work on another cabinet and so forth. I don't wanna overdo it. I still got some other things I need to work on in the house. On Sundays I like to clean, do my laundry, things like that. So probably work on that. And I think I'm gonna use some more of these Prime bags from when I ordered my groceries. If you guys have never checked out Amazon Prime, you really should for groceries. I know like you can order Amazon Prime with anything else, but like their groceries, especially like now with the whole SNAP EBT thing, Amazon's groceries are never inflated. I mean, like I order from them every week. Everything is super cheap. I can order food for the week under $100, right at $100. Right at $100, like I could order groceries. So check out Amazon Prime if you can. Oh, I said I'm gonna use the plastic wrap instead of tape. My mom was doing that, helping me with this before. Just wrap it, and I kind of like sealed it like tape. Just me being extra. Hopefully I'm doing this correct. But I'm just putting this stuff in storage. Like it's not being like transported across state lines or anything. I'm putting it in storage, and then when I figure out where I want to move next in New York, I'll come get it out of storage. But for now, the way my lease renewal went up, I can't do it. So this will be in storage for a bit, and yeah, Ernesto is a really good supporter, you guys. He has an amazing voice. He loves to sing. He does covers of like some of our favorite songs. So please check out his channel. He's a really good supporter. Yeah, Grandma Moore, the stores give me anxiety. Like, you know, my mom does the gig work and she's in and out of stores. And like, even when I'm on the phone with her, when she's in and out of stores, hearing the commotion in the stores and the belt and the like, all of that gives me anxiety. Especially like, you know, going to the supermarket when I was growing up, going to Walmart and stuff was an experience. Remember Walmart used to have like the lobster tanks and the McDonald's playpen, and people looked presentable when they went into the grocery stores. You know, now people be going in the grocery stores with their pants on the ground, bonnets, pajamas, robes, and like, when I see people like that, I always have the question, like, if you go out in the store with your pajamas, are you coming back home and getting in the bed in the same pajamas? Like, that is so weird to me. So, like, with my focus level, ordering groceries on my phone is easy because I can go on, and if I'm making chili, I can add all the ingredients for chili, come back, add my, you can even do toiletries on Amazon groceries. You get your toiletries, household stuff. I can come back and add, you know, whatever, even like personal items, razors, body wash, and it's all, Amazon is like the top competitor in the game. They're not trying to price gouge or anything, so their prices are really reasonable. And even if you're stuck with like recipes to make for the week, you don't know what to make for the week, Amazon, their app has suggestions on what to order for the week, and it gives you recipes on how to make different meals and dishes and stuff. So, you know, I like the ordering online. Only thing I buy in person, I go to the meat market, the butcher that's not too far from me, and I'll go pick out my meats. I love to pick out my meats and see which one is fresh, stuff like that. And I go to the fish market that's not too far from me. I like to pick out my fish and tell them how I want it filleted and all of that. Pick out my shrimp, you know, different seafood items. But everything else, Amazon. I grew up like everything was like name brand, but like now as an adult, everything is like Amazon groceries. Like I have an Amazon brand sour cream in my fridge right now. Amazon brand, what is that? Some drink. What is this drink? The apple cider. You know, it's becoming like autumn season, so I was like, let me get some apple cider. The Amazon brand apple cider, like all of that stuff be Amazon brand. And what I like about it is that even though it's No Frills brand and a store name brand, it's still quality. Like I'm a person, I always read the back of ingredients, read the back. They don't put a lot of nonsense in their ingredients. It's, if it's apple cider, it's, you read the back, it's just apples, sugar, probably purified water, and like fructose syrup. Like it's not a whole bunch of additives like the big name brand. So that's why I don't mind buying the Amazon brand items. You said you don't like buying anything online. Not buy everything. I try, it helps me save gas. I'm not in the stores wasting time like looking and they don't have it. And you go to the stores, the associates don't want to help and they have attitudes. Like, nah, just order it online. Don't worry about it. Nice order. Okay, Grandma Moore, I'm on your third video of 121. I don't have the sound on, but you are playing in the background. This one is called My Crazy DoorDash Order. So I got that one going. Who else do I have? Oh, I have myself going. Still got Ernesto going in the background too. I don't know if he's still in the live. 8 out of 114. Ace, I have you in here somewhere. Okay, yeah, here you are. I'm on video 3 of 35 for you, Ace. So here we go. Oh, you said you like touching it before you buy it? Yeah. I guess I put it like this. Like, I didn't start ordering groceries like this until I moved to New York. Like when I was living in Georgia, yeah, it's nothing for me to get in my car and drive to the grocery store. And it's so easy. You drive, you park, you walk in, you know. But in New York, like, I have a car. There's nowhere to park. You know, I got to do street parking. You know, they don't have shopping carts, so you have to have your own shopping cart. Look, I got my shopping cart. Y'all don't judge my house. But look, I got my shopping cart right there. You have to have your own shopping cart. And if you saw, I had the reusable tote. They don't give plastic bags, so it's like if I was to go to the grocery store right now, I gotta make sure I have my shopping cart. I gotta make sure I have reusable totes, and I gotta circle the block for parking. So it's like a bigger thing to go to the grocery store when I was just like, let me just get on this app and tip somebody to do it because this is too much for me. So like that's the whole mindset of it. And then like I just go to the meat market because it's down the block. But for big groceries, I couldn't see myself toting around all of those groceries with my own totes. I don't even have a whole bunch of reusable totes like that. Like, it's crazy. Oh yeah, Grandma Moore. I don't know how you and my mom do it. Y'all have so much patience and dedication, man. Cause my patience level is so thin. I can't. I'm watching this full coverage of the race of the mayor for New York City. It's been a lot of like news coverage on it and controversy on who's going to be the next mayor for New York City. Unfortunately, I didn't vote. I'm not a New York, on paper, I'm not a New York resident. I'll put it that way. I still got my Georgia license and everything. So I'm actually going home next week for a few days, and I need to go vote in my local hometown. But I wish I could vote in this New York election. I'm not gonna talk about my political beliefs, but you know, they have a young candidate who I feel like, you know, it's time for, you know, the young people to take over. You know, a lot of old people, no offense, be stuck in their old ways, you know. We need some young people who are more in tune with what's going on. But I'm gonna go home next week and vote in my local election in Georgia. We need a whole new party. Yes, we do. With the new party, I want them to start with this whole student loan stuff. Like, just, like, honestly, that's how I feel. Like, you know, we're giving money to other countries. We're doing a lot with a lot of money. Just, you know, just, yeah. Yes, you and my mom have a lot of similarities. Yes. Yes. My mom wants to do Uber Eats, but I was using, I don't know, like, she can't, because like I was using her account or something, so like she can't use it. She said that you have a lot of success on Uber Eats. So yeah. Like, my mom and I being on YouTube is hilarious because we're in the same community, and like outside of like YouTube, we've never been in the same community. Like me and my mom don't share friends. You know, we share family members, but we don't share friends. So it's like now we sit and we be like, oh, did you see you know, this one, or did you see that one? I'll tune into this one's live. So it's like we share mutual friends now. So it's kind of cool. Yes, Grandma Moore. And like giving money to other countries is something I'll never fully understand. Um, I never fully understand that. Um, I never really fully understood the migrant crisis until I moved to New York. And my dad had came up here to help me settle in. And we were driving and we saw like a city building, and there were migrants from all different countries standing outside, and we were looking at the sign and it was saying to come get your new benefits here. They were giving them like food stamp cards, housing vouchers, cash assistance, all types of stuff. And it's like, it's so crazy how people can come over here and just get the money like that. You know what I'm saying? Just get it like that. That is crazy. And I say it because like, what countries can America, like if someone was to fall on their face in America right now and have like a violent criminal past in America, what country could they go to right now? And as soon as they get there, get benefits like this, and just their criminal violent history past is erased, and they get housing, they get food stamps, they get money. Like what other country can Americans go to and do that? That's how I look at it. So it's like, it's crazy that we're giving people this type of stuff when we've got people right in the city that need the assistance themselves. That doesn't make sense. We've got American students here who see the stories all the time. The cafeteria lunch ladies getting fired because they gave a student free lunch because they were hungry, but the parents can't afford the lunch. But we're giving foreign citizens just money like it's nothing. Like that never makes sense to me. But let me not get too carried away here. Okay, that was the last of those porcelain plates. Yes, we are being gaslighted. And, you know, what else is new? I've used the word gaslight so much this month, it doesn't make any sense. I've never used that word as many times as I had this month alone. Just with the whole election, and stuff like that. My cousin texting me, sorry, she was like, I need a getaway for 2 to 3 days. I'm like, same. I was just saying this to my mother the other day, like, I was saying the same thing to my mother. I just broke up with my now ex-boyfriend this month, and we had been living together for a year, and um, I'm like, after this breakup, I need a vacation. If it's just me and my mom, like I'm okay with that. I'm not ready to travel on my own, but I need to get away. I need to be at a resort, like sipping on something all day. Like that's really how I feel. Like, sorry, I'm getting some water. I'm getting thirsty. My fridge is somewhat bare. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff and not do like too much heavy grocery shopping. But I still need to grocery shop because I don't have that much stuff to eat. But I'll try to keep it organized. Yeah, that's why I was like, I've used the word gaslight so much because my ex-boyfriend is a therapist, like a licensed mental health therapist. He's a clinical psychologist. He's like working on his PhD. He has all these 3 and 4 letter degrees under his belt. Okay, whatever, cool. And I just feel like he just gaslit me so much throughout the relationship. That's why I was like, I've used that word so much this month. And like dating somebody who has abandonment issues, like, you know, he's not close with his family. His mom straight up abandoned him. Like his grandmother raised him. So like me stepping in the role of a girlfriend, live-in girlfriend, he was just like over consuming me, like taking me away from my family and friends, and then like gaslit me all the time. It just was exhausting. I'm gonna wrap this next. So that's why I'm like, I just need to get away and decompress, see some palm trees or something. Jamaica was on my bucket list for a really long time. And then, you know, unfortunately this whole hurricane happened. But I had been wanting to get down there for a really long time. Honestly. Pack this up too. You said traveling alone is more rewarding. You know, I travel for work. I travel like twice a month for work, but domestically, and I go to like some of the weirdest places. Like these are my magnets from every time I travel. I try to get a magnet. So this year I went to Pittsburgh. I went to Connecticut. Shoot. Oh, I went to Raleigh this year. Norfolk. I don't know. Last year I traveled. I went to San Antonio. Oh yeah, I went to, what part of Michigan was that? I don't even remember what part of Michigan that was. Went to Boston last year. Worked in Nashville. Yeah, Omaha was really fun. Omaha, Nebraska. I had a good time out there. And I had went to Idaho. I don't know why I didn't get an Idaho little thing. And yeah, I got these this year in New York. Oh, Mississippi. I went to, I don't even remember what part of Mississippi I went to. But yeah, I travel for work. So whenever I travel, I try to get these little things. But yeah. But international traveling, I don't know. I watch too much late night crime stories to be traveling internationally. And I always feel like, you know, those resorts are just, the people that work there are just, you know, trying to scheme and scam. I know that sounds bad, but like that's how I feel. Like everybody has a song and a dance, and I feel like people at the resorts, no matter where you go, like I've traveled a lot out of the country, but every time I go to a resort, they always have some song and a dance about why they want to tip, you know. Anyways. You went to Budapest? Wow. So like I work in tech, right? That's in Let me see. I'm Googling where that's at. Wow. Hungary's capital. Oh, wow. It says 10 hours from New York. 10-hour flight. 10-hour flight. Wow. What were you out there for? Were you, like, stationed out there? I got your video playing. This is going into the 5th one. But, resorts just scare me. And I don't know how people go out of the country and they go to Airbnbs. That scares me too, because like anybody has a key to the Airbnb, you know, no. Mm-mm. I need a resort. But even still, like going by myself now. Me and my family, we travel all the time together. And I would honestly feel bad traveling without them. I think this was like the first year I haven't traveled with my family. Like we haven't gone on a family vacation in about since 2020, because we went a lot of places in 2021, 2022. Where did we go in 2021? We went to Miami, and that was like right after COVID. We went to Miami. We had a really great time out there. 2022, my friend got married. My friend from college got married in Cancun. And my mom came as my +1. And like I said, we don't like traveling without the whole gang. So my dad and my brother came. And they stayed at the resort. That was 2022. And I went, 2021, I went to Cancun with my friends. Yeah, I went to Cancun in March of 2021, and then I went to Cancun again in August of 2022. 23, I feel like my parents and I went somewhere. I don't know. We travel every year. Last year, we went to Cancun last September. I think 2022, we went to Canada. We went to Niagara Falls. We went to Toronto. We had went to Canada like 2 or 3 times. But we didn't go anywhere this year. I'm like, yeah, next year we gotta go somewhere. Oh, your daughter lives there. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, like that's cool that your grandkids speak the language, because like that is like the new requirement for all these big jobs these days. Like, not only do they want you to know, not only do they want you to have a degree. I was looking at a job the other day. It said must be fluent in Mandarin. So like these jobs have skipped over from Spanish to now they want the fancy stuff, Mandarin and German and stuff. I'm like, wow. So much for Spanish. But that's really nice. Sounds like you had a good time. That's amazing. Yeah, my bucket list is definitely Jamaica, Greece. I want to go to Cape Town, in South Africa. Where else do I want to go to? Maybe I want to go to like one of those cruises where they go to Australia and like Antarctica and all of that. Not Antarctica, Alaska. They go to like the Alaskan cruises and all that. I don't want to go to Antarctica, but those are on my bucket list for sure. Yeah, cruises scare me too. I did a cruise with my homegirls 2018. Yeah, we did. That was my first time going out the country. I had graduated college and I decided to treat myself and went on a cruise with some of my these girls that I know. And we went to Belize, Honduras. I don't know. It was a basic Carnival cruise, you know what I'm saying? And we left for Miami. remember where we went. I remember Roatan, Honduras, Belize, and one of those carnival islands that they have. Oh, we went to Cayman Islands. And while I was on the cruise, you know, Carnival has the casino, and I played a few dollars and I won like $5,000 in the casino. Okay, I had a ton. I remember vividly, I hit that $5,000 in the casino, and it was this lady and her daughter. They were older, and they was playing the slots. And then the mother had got up to go back to the room or whatever. And I asked the lady, I was like, anybody playing on this machine? She was like, no, go ahead. Played a few dollars. Boom, jackpot. It started making the sounds and everybody's looking. The ladies came over, brought me a drink. That lady who's the mother or the daughter, whoever, she was looking pissed because, like, I guess she's like, yo, like, my mom just warmed that slot machine up for you. You came in and you won. And I'm sorry, but I didn't tell my friends that I won that money. They don't know that to this day. They don't know. Like, they don't know. Because, you know, girls trip. As I'm getting older, I don't like going on girls trips because we had planned and budgeted for this cruise for a really long time. And, like, when we got there, it was, like, 4 of us. One girl who, like, orchestrated the trip, she didn't want to do any excursions. And I'm like, why don't you want to do any excursions? So that was like souring the attitude for the group, you know. So I was like, so me and the other girls, we still did excursions. Like, bump that. Shit. So I got the money. And I remember I called my mom from the cruise ship in the room. I was like whispering. I was like, Mom, I just hit the jackpot. And I told her, and I was like, I might just catch a flight from Belize and come back home. I was so ready to go. But I had a good Christmas. Okay, that was around like 2 weeks before the holidays. I had a good Christmas. I bought me a set of tires, and I don't remember what I did with the rest of my life. That was my one and done cruise because now I saw the Netflix documentary of, you know, people being trapped on cruises and stuff for fighting over spoiled food. They said basically, like, when you go on a cruise and you sign all those waivers and everything, terms and conditions, like, because you're on the water, it's like you're not in a specific country's region within their territory of laws and regulations. So, like, the cruise ship can really just do whatever they want. After seeing that, I think it was called Poop Cruise. It was called Poop because the cruise ship had shut down and was stuck in the middle of the ocean, and they didn't have electricity, and the poop was like overflowing throughout the cruise, and people were sleeping on cots, and it was just like a horror story. People ended up suing the cruise ships for millions. Like, I don't ever want to be in that situation. Then I just saw the other cruise documentary of, I can't think of the lady's name. The lady that went missing. She was from, I think, Virginia or West Virginia. Went missing in like 98, 99. Still hasn't been found to this day. There's been like sightings of her being like sex trafficked in other countries. And like the documentary really was making the cruise ship people look real suspicious. And like they were in on it. Like I said earlier, a lot of these resorts be into the sex trafficking and organ trafficking. They have a hand in it. And they were showing how like the guy in the band, you know, you go to on the cruise nights, they have the captain's nights, and the guy from the band was like, they had suspicions on him, like, you know? And, yeah, I don't see myself going on no cruise unless it's like, I don't know. Unless it's like to go to like Alaska, or maybe I need to get away from Carnival. I don't know, but I'm good on the cruise ships for a while. I really am. Like, it would take a lot of convincing for me to want to go on a cruise ship. Yeah, that documentary, bless the family's heart. They still have, my gosh, they still have the daughter's luggage upstairs in their attic from when she, you know, it looks like she's going to come home at any moment. Like, they still had the luggage with the luggage tags on it, and it had her toiletries in it from like 25 years ago. It's just sad all around. They still had her little red Miata in the garage. Like, And the guy from the cruise, even his own daughter came and spoke on the documentary and said that now that she's a mother, she was like a baby when this happened 25 years ago. She's a mother now, and she wanted to address her father because she felt like her own father was guilty for this young lady's disappearance. So yeah, these cruise ships and these resorts, it's a billion-dollar industry. They are in on it. They are in on the schemes. I am going on a rant. That documentary had pissed me off because I didn't like how the captain was. He had like this jokey attitude about himself on the documentary. I didn't care for that. They kept saying that she jumped overboard with no evidence of that. Natalee Holloway. Was it Natalee? No, who's Natalee Holloway? Was that her? Why did the name just come to me like that? I watch all that true crime stuff, and I think that's why I live a paranoid life. No, that wasn't Natalee Holloway. That was the girl who was in Aruba who went missing. What was the girl from the carnival, from the cruise? Amy Bradley, yes. And it was so sad because like her brother looked like her twin, and he was just saying like that the type of trauma it placed on his family, he doesn't even want to start a family. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Thanks so much for stopping by, Grandma Moore. I really appreciate it. Have a nice evening. Okay, so let me see. So far, I've got big plates, small plates, and some bowls wrapped. So I've come to a good position with the packing. I think I'm gonna put the box together, and as long as I fill up one box for the day, I think that I'm gonna be pleased with that. So let me build this box. Medium-sized box that I got from Home Depot. You guys will look. I'm gonna just tape that inside part down as well. Just for added padding, I'm gonna add an Amazon Prime bag at the bottom. And just gonna start placing some of the plates in there. So that is down there. These are some of the plates. another set of plates. Put those on top. Got these bowls that I wrapped. Oh, that was my remote. Got these small plates. And then these are the last set of plates. So that's the box so far. That's how the box looks so far. And I think I'm gonna throw some things in there that won't break, like this little colander. I'll do that. Probably this plastic bowl. I'll put that in there as well. And that's it. Oh, and these little racks. I got these from IKEA. Put your plates on them. These little racks. So this is a good stopping point for me. This cabinet was full when I started like an hour and a half ago. I had plates here, plates there, plates here, plates there. When I decided to pack some more, I've only got like 2 bowls, those little small things, this, and I probably could put them in the same box. I'm just kind of tired for the day. I don't want to overdo it and overexhaust myself, but I'm gonna put these in the box as well. These little wooden plate organizers. Put them right on the side. This is gonna stick right in there. And yeah, there's still room for me to put the small stuff in there, but like I said, this is a stopping point for me today. And the box, it's heavy but not like crazy heavy, so it's decent. Let me make sure. I've got to carry this. Yeah, it's not crazy heavy. If I put those little small things I was talking about in there, that'll be that. Don't want to overstuff it. And yeah. So thank you everybody for stopping by the live today. I appreciate it. Gonna wrap it up for the day, literally. Yeah, this is just I guess the first part of a mini part series of me packing up my apartment. So if you like the content, please hit the like and subscribe button. And thank you to everyone who stopped by the live today. I really appreciate it. Have a blessed Sunday, and thanks for tuning in.